Hello guys, this is Pavel Askarov from Laravel Daily Team and Laravel Daily Video Channel. Again, this is the day where I don't really have much time to sit in front of a computer, but I have 10 minutes in my car to share some tips with you and some thoughts. So today I want to talk about senior developers and junior developers and who are those senior developers and how to become one. So a lot of people think that senior developer is measured with years. So for example, if I have 5 years experience of development, I can call myself a senior. That can be true, but it's not directly correlated in my opinion. So in my opinion, there are two things that describe senior developers that are typical to senior developers. So two aspects. One aspect is technical and one is philosophical, like more of team player thing. So from technical point of view, senior developer is the one who can deliver complex decisions on complex projects. And that comes with experience, usually with years. So it does relate to years, but it doesn't have to be like 10 years. It can be faster if you learn fast and if you have experience. It all comes down to experience with complex projects. And what do I mean by complex? It doesn't mean like a lot of code, a lot of classes. Complex means complex decisions. It usually is related to a lot of data. So like bigger projects, bigger database operations, bigger like scaling, like millions of data rows or entries, and then putting it all together in a complex architecture, including like design patterns, proper server management, caching, a lot of things related to DevOps things, which it's not necessarily done by that developer, but they need to understand the DevOps things. So I mean, seniority comes with being able to make serious decisions on like multi-million dollar projects. So for example, if I'm a developer at Slack or Trello or Facebook or Google, one of those companies, I need to be at that level of scale that I need to handle, I need to manage those millions of or billions even of data entries and allow no downtime for project, or if it is a downtime, then how to handle it and stuff like that. So it comes also with responsibility. So the more responsibility you have with your projects that you handle, the more senior you become, I guess. So one point of view is technical thing. So from technical point of view, senior developer has to handle complex decisions on complex projects. That's number one. And number two is not technical, not related to technical things. I like the thought. I don't remember where I've read it, but it goes like the more management the person needs, the less senior he is. So I mean, the more junior developer is, the more kind of hand handling they need. I mean, you need to pay attention. You need to give attention to a developer, help them, guide them, answer their questions. So a lot of attention. So they need a lot of help. So those are juniors. And the more senior you become in your career, well, there's a mid-level developer, so it's like a typical one. But I mean, the more senior you become, the less management you need for yourself, the less leadership, the less hand holding and that stuff. And in fact, the more you can actually help others, teach others, guide others, the more you become a mentor, team leader. Maybe it doesn't have to be in your business card or your title. You don't have to be called a project manager or team lead or CTO or whatever. But senior developer usually guides other people. They, again, getting back to point one, they come up with complex decisions with architecture for a big project, and then they need to translate that architecture, that complex decisions, into tasks for less senior developers, then manage them, help them usually, and that gives them seniority. So those both things, both technical thing and both being able to help others and needing less management, kind of you're more, that's the thing, you're more independent when you're senior. You don't depend on anyone guiding you, except for business guys who told you what to do. But I mean, the more independent you are in your decisions, both technical and team-wise, the more senior you are. So that's my opinion, not directly related to Laravel or any framework or any language, but that's my take on it. So it does come with years. It can be 5 to 10 years, but not necessarily. I mean, I've seen people who are senior developers in 3 or 4 years. I can consider them senior developers, but that's because they've learned faster. They've had they worked more, basically. They've achieved the same level quicker with complex projects starting earlier. They usually were learning after work, like going to forums like Laracasts or videos or courses, something like that. And yeah, they achieved that faster, but typically it does take like 5 to 8 years, I guess, to get to the senior level. Yeah, so that's the train of thoughts for today. Short video, casual from my car. Again, I hope it doesn't really bother you, and I hope it was useful. I see you in the next videos of Laravel Daily channel, and don't forget to visit our sponsor, our tool for generating Laravel admin panels. It's at quickadminpanel.com. See you next time.